The first of three here in this Christmas Day spectacular. The Raiders and Chiefs are underway. And we will not have a return here to start. Thanks to the new rule, the fair catch will bring this out to the 25-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jarek McKinnon. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
Hey, ribble it.
A run by Pacheco on second down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. You look at this Raiders defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
Hey, 15.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. It got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The Chiefs had 8 and 6 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
There's going to be a little bit of regret there, because they certainly had the chance to get up the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down, because guess what? That drive continues.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6. Again, it's Pacheco. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Touchdown! Marquez Valdez-Scantling with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The returner, Trey Tucker, going to bring this one out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
we'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Come on, come on. Hey.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it second down and 12.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Back to throw, Willis. Open, and it's Mayer in the end zone for the Raiders touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. A gain there of 30 big ones.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the Chiefs who got the road victory there. So now looking to claim the season series at home in KC. Deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown to this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
A 55-yard attempt.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second down, Willis looks to throw here. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Off the play fake, here's Willis. This is caught by Tucker. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's go now.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Willis will look to throw it. And it's caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs from 4 yards out. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Malik Willis scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
21, Chiefs 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Yellow.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. On play action, it's Mahomes. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he'll take it just outside. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Panther Street! Panther Street!
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Trying to run forward with Jacobs. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Willis looks to pass it here. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 21 yards.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Go!
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
That's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A 3rd and 2, here's Willis. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Devontae Adams With career touchdown number 91, he joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Carlson now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Raiders 28, Chiefs 7.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Mahomes now to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Tyree Wilson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Chiefs 7.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Ready,
The
set.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they've pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
After the run, here's 2nd and 8 from the 27.
19 Lions.
Now Willis. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
A run on 1st down with Jacobs as he'll get this forward for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
second down. Jacobs once more. And he'll go down at the 28. 52 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Let's go now.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Off the option, here's Jacobs. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Chiefs 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Mahomes going to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Byron Young in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
If there's another stop, one of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He's going to field this at the 4. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on in the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
To the air on 1st down. Here's Willis. Over the middle, complete. It's Tucker. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild. And here's another completion for good yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Cup 19. Cup 19.
Willis looking to throw it. It's caught here by Adams. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
A 3rd quarter action here on Christmas Day. Hope everyone's having a blessed holiday season. 2nd and 10 right now. Willis's throw there complete to Myers. Touchdown! Jacoby Myers, 35 yards. And the Raiders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now, or win. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 94 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Here we go, here we go. Stay hot.
And they take a knee.
Here we go. Stay hot.
And they will take a knee here.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
At their own 20-yard line.
Yellow.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's James. And out across midfield down to the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That thing blown up by the defensive effort of Chandler Jones. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw, it's Mahomes. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 3.
Yellow.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he gets it down to the 32. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Mahomes now on 1st down.
Has his man, that's James.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco once again.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Here's McKinnon on the draw. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Kelsey out in the slot right. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. A stoppage here following the play, and it looks like Josh Jacobs was shaken up and in need of some assistance. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. 2nd down and 8. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Here's Willis. That's caught by Tucker. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. James now to return it. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
That incompletion brings us one snap closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
One final try for Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our